Don't blink or you will miss it. Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley. And this is a 50-50 fight. On Saturday night, it is the big fight. Big fight live and a great undercard. And all my days, I can't wait. But the thing is, who is going to win? Who who do you have? Let me know in the comment section below and let's carry on with this video. I'm going to break it down to you why I have my pick and you tell me why you think I'm wrong or you agree. So, let's get into this. My pick at the beginning, I'll just say it. Fabio Wardley. And it's not by much, it's literally by the smallest of margins that I have Fabio Wardley winning this. But it isn't by points decision, split decision, unanimous decision, or majority decision. It is by late stoppage. And I have my whole game plan, my whole idea of how this fight would go. And it's solely on the mental warfare because I already know the physical fight is going to be fantastic and it's going to be a back and forth. And that is the close fight between both of them because, look, Fabio Wardley has got so much spunk about him and he is ready to proper go for a scrap. He's going to set himself up to really get into the pocket and really fire at will with Daniel Dubois. He knows what he's getting himself into. He's mentally prepared for that. And I think that's what he's going to do. So physically, it's going to be a scrap. Daniel Dubois, I feel like he has a one-track mind anyway, and there's nothing else that he would love more than just to really simplify things and just get it done. And I think that's what he's going to do. He knows what Fabio Wardley is going to do, and he's just going to get stuck in and use his superior boxing to be able to outlast and outpunch and successfully, accurately, and land first with his punches, but still go in for a proper scrap at the same time. So, what it really comes down to, in my opinion, is the mental warfare. And I think Fabio Wardley is the more superior mental guy. He's got superior mental fortitude, and his willpower is extraordinary. I've seen it firsthand in his fights from when he started early in his career when he had a roadblock in someone like Nathan Gorman. Now, bear in mind, Nathan Gorman isn't much of a big name. Shout out to him. He's a decent boxer. He's not anyone to scoff at, but he's not high level, right? But at the same time, Woodley hasn't had much experience. The guy came from white collar boxing. Yeah. That's people that have never boxed in their life coming to have an experience of boxing. It's not even like a full, like years and years, like amateur type thing. It's not even that. It's like, oh, I'm going to go and train 4 weeks and then we're going to have a boxing match with my colleague from work. Like, that's how casual this is. Yeah, it is not something that will verify you as an actual boxer. Yeah, you could do hundreds, well, I wouldn't say hundreds, let's say you could do multiple ones like he did quite a few of these, but that won't verify you as even amateur worthy, you know. So it's nothing. And then from that, he went to professional boxing and now he's boxing for a world title. So, you know, he's got to start somewhere at the beginning, right? And Nathan Gorman was one of the stumbling blocks he came up against, and he gave him a decent fight. Cut him, gave him that brutal cut on his nose. I guess that was what started that mad scar on his nose. And you would think, oh, that would deter someone. Yeah. But with Fabio Woodley, it kind of just broke him into another level of like aggression and willpower and drive. And he just ended up from that point beating the snot out of Nathan Gorman and winning that fight and coming up victorious. And ever since then, he's been doing that with other fighters. And to be fair to him, he's been written off for most of his career, and he's just proven the doubters wrong. And with that, that takes a lot of mental fortitude and willpower and drive. And that's why I think his mental is way more stronger than Daniel Dubois. For example, David Adelaide. I genuinely think no one gave Fabio Wardley a sniff. They thought David Adelaide's too big. David Adelai's too strong. David Adelaide had an amateur background. But Fabio Wardley didn't care about that. He believed in himself and he knew he could do it. And he went into that fight and really fought his heart out. And he was not going to be denied that day. You could see it. And he hurt that David Adelaide and he went in for the kill. And he ended up stopping David Adelaide. Everyone was pretty gobsmacked. I remember a lot of my friends being shocked when they found out because they didn't know of Fabio Wardley. And a lot of people didn't know Fabio Wardley for a very long time. And quite a few people around me actually already knew David Adelaide. And David Adelaide, is still coming up in the boxing ranks, but he's more known than Fabio Wardley at this time. And everyone was just shocked. Like, how is this guy? What is he? Some prospect or what? What is he? No, he's no prospect. My man came from white collar boxing and then got on he got put on by flipping Dillian White from sparring. It was crazy. It's crazy from being I think he was like a salesman or something, to just coming into boxing full fledged and making a career out of it. It's impressive. And that takes a lot of willpower, mental fortitude. Then we go not just from David Adelaide, but even to Justice Hooney. No one, if you know Justice Hooney, no one would have given a sniff to Fabio Wardley. For me, this was Justice Hooney proving himself that he is pro quality. This guy is very gifted, a very technically superb boxer, and he gave Fabio Wardley a boxing lesson. But Fabio Wardley, oh man, there was times in there that he was like really getting like put through the ringer. He was getting tested in every single way, but he didn't give up and he did not falter. He still had a game plan in there, and he knew of a weakness of Hunie's, that he did not give up until he threw that perfect right hand, and it came for him, and he threw it and landed it and got himself the win. Yes, he was fortunate, and yes, he should have lost that fight, but he couldn't be denied. And his willpower was always there. He always believed in himself. And then, again, Joseph Parker, I, even more than the other guys, thought there's no way in hell he's beating Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is too good, too seasoned. He's a former world champion. He's strong in his own right. He will hurt. If Justice Hooney had a limit to him, it was his power. But Joseph Parker doesn't have that limit in power. He should be able to smash up Fabio Wardley. But what happened? Fabio Wardley not only believed in himself, but he improved. And those improvements really pushed him in that fight and helped him. Those mistakes he made against Justice Hooney, and he knows his limits. And that's a good thing, a very smart thing to have, to know your limits. And he still pushed through and was able to stop Joseph Parker. Now, yes, another fight where people will say he was fortunate, but he still put himself in a position to be the victor in that fight. And yes, it might have been stopped prematurely, but I genuinely believe that he deserved to win from the way he fought. And yes, he might have lost that if it didn't, but if the referee didn't stop it. But I've seen worse from referees, and you can have a little claim. Honestly, you can have a claim and say that Joseph Parker was out of it at a time, and he was, the referee was stopping it for the safety of the fighter. This is heavyweight boxing, and there was a lot of punches that were landing. Bear in mind, a lot of people say that they were nothing. They were like really nothing punches, and I have to agree. I have to agree. A lot of those final punches were really like just air punches because Fabio Wardley gassed himself out. But it was because he had that killer intent and he had that will, and he wasn't going to be denied. Even though he had nothing left, he still was like, I'm going to win this by any means necessary. And throwing those pillow punches convinced the referee enough to stop the fight because of unanswered punches or whatever excuse the referee is going to use. But he was convinced enough that Fabio Wardley did enough to earn the stoppage, and he got that win. It was through mental fortitude, strong willpower, and a desire to win. To win. Doesn't matter the cost. Yeah? And that's what he has in abundance. And it makes him superior to Daniel Dubois in that aspect alone. And that is a very important factor in boxing. A lot of boxers say it. 80 to 90% of the boxing is mental compared to the physical. So, with that being said, that is my opinion. That is my prediction. I genuinely think that with the fortitude, Fabio Wardley will be able to push through. And the thing is, I feel like Daniel Dubois will be able to hurt Fabio Wardley, but once he hurts Fabio Wardley, is he going to be able to carry on? Because I know Fabio Wardley, when he's hurt, he comes out even more dangerous. So can he carry on that onslaught once he's found his prey hurt in Fabio Wardley? Can he carry on even though there is fire coming back? There is fire coming back and he might get burnt. And, Fabio Wardley's hurt, but he's coming back and he might have hit Daniel Dubois with a shot. Will he be able to keep his cool, keep his confidence, and carry on going? Or will that stunt his pressure and help Fabio Wardley come back from the problems of being hurt, which I think will happen with my prediction? I believe that Fabio Wardley has that mindset and he knows he will get hurt. And I think his mindset is the best way of defense is attack. And if he attacks when he's hurt, he might be doing a better thing of defending himself, because Daniel Dubois might then stop and might hesitate and might pull back because he's like, oh, I've hurt him, but he's still throwing punches, and that might wither his mental fortitude in carrying on when the person is hurt. So with that being said, let me know what you think and why you think I'm wrong, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that differ from my opinions and my mindset on this, and that's okay. We all have different opinions, and I can't be right about everything. I can definitely be wrong. So let me know what you think about this fight in the comment section below, and what you think of my predictions. My prediction. Put your predictions down below in the comment section and let me know who you think is going to win. Or if you agree, that would be awesome. If you agree with me, because then we got great minds thinking alike. Great minds can also differ, but it'll be awesome. So make sure you like and subscribe as well, because I make videos daily and you need that Chronos boxing content in your life. So yes, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.